Seymour. Your culinary skills never cease to amaze me. But I must say, the McCam are playing a bit too loud.
Oh, I apologize. I was just getting in the mood for our little dance party.
Dance party with who, may I ask?
Just me, myself, and I. I was just practicing for the school talent show.
Well, if it isn't the Memmerfield High School's very own McCammer, huh, Seymour?
Now, let's not get carried away. But speaking of talent shows, do you remember the witch trial we had back in '94?
The good old days. You were such a spectacle, weren't we?
Indeed we were. And if I remember correctly, you played the role of the accused witch's executioner.
Yes. The infamous Burn Witch. Burn my. Classic.
Exactly. And I was the one who brought the broomstick, remember?
You were quite the scene stealer, Seymour.
Thank you, Superintendent. Now let me get you a drink while the echium finishes cooking.
That sounds lovely, Seymour. I'll take a glass of that fine wine of yours.
As they sit down to wait for the food, Seymour Skinner and Superintendent Chalmers continue to quote lines from "You Can't Touch This" throughout the conversation.
You know, this echium is just like that bass line, Superintendent. And it's got a kick to it.
Oh, Seymour, you never fail to amaze me.
Can't touch this, 'cause the bass is too high.
Stop, hammer time. It's hammer time.
They both laugh and continue to quote lines from the song as they wait for the echium to finish cooking.
Damn it, not again.
He looks at the burnt echium on the stove.
This was supposed to be the perfect dish for Superintendent Chalmers. Now, it's this.
He starts pacing back and forth in the kitchen.
I can't let this ruin the day. What can I do to salvage it?
He stops pacing and starts to hum, "Can't Touch This" by McCammer.
Wait a minute. I've got it.
He starts to dance around the kitchen, quoting lines from the song.
You better freeze, 'cause I'm coming with no mercy. Superintendent Chalmers, you're in for a surprise.
He continues to dance and sing, imagining Chalmers' reaction.
This is gonna be a showstopper. Damn it, not again.
He looks at the burnt echium on the stove and then out the window.
I can't let this ruin the day. I need a replacement.
He spots a shop selling ficus platypoda outside the window.
That'll do just fine.
He contemplates how to obtain the ficus platypoda.
All right, climbing out the window it is.
He exits the room. Later, Skinner returns inside.
Oh, the echium. Ruined. And now we have to make do with this ficus platypoda.
He slumps down in a chair.
How am I supposed to make a delicious dish out of this thing? It's not even edible.
He starts cursing and ranting about the situation.
This is a disaster. I can't believe I burnt the echium. And now we have to settle for this ficus platypoda.
As he continues to rant, Superintendent Chalmers enters the room.
You, Seymour. I hope you haven't been playing that McHammer too loud again.
Oh, Chalmers. I didn't realize you were here.
Don't worry about it. I've come to join in on the fun.
They both start quoting lines from You Can't Touch This as Skinner continues his rant.
This ficus platypoda is going to be a disaster.
Stop, hammer time. It's hammer time.
I can't take this anymore.
Can't touch this, 'cause the bass is too high.
They both laugh and continue to quote lines from the song as Skinner tries to come up with a way to prepare the ficus platypoda.
Superintendent Chalmers. Come in. Come in. I was just about to serve up a delightful echium for lunch.
Your culinary skills never cease to amaze me. But I must say, the macama playing a bit too loud.
Oh, I apologize. I was just getting in the mood for a little dance party.
A dance party? With who, may I ask?
It's just me, myself, and I. I mean, I was just practicing for the school talent show.
Well, if it isn't the Middlefield High School's very own McCammer, Seymour.
Now, let's not get carried away. But speaking of talent shows, do you remember the witch trial we had back in '94?
Oh, okay. We were such a spectacle, weren't we?
Indeed we were. And if I remember correctly, you played the role of the accused witch's executioner.
Ah, yes. The infamous Burn Witch, Burn Line. Classic.
Exactly. And I was the one who brought the broomstick, remember? Thank you, Superintendent. Now let me get you a drink while the echium finishes cooking.
That sounds lovely, Seymour. I'll take a glass of that fine wine of yours.
As they sit down to wait for the food, Skinner starts humming, Can't touch this, and Chalmers can't help but join in.
Can't touch this, 'cause the bass is too high.
Stop! Hammer time! It's hammer time!
They both laugh and continue to quote lines from the song as they wait for the echium to finish cooking.
You know, I've always wondered, where did echium come from?
Really? I've never heard you ask that before.
And yes, it's such a unique plant. I've always been fascinated by it.
Well, it's actually a type of flowering plant native to the Mediterranean region. It's been used in traditional medicine for centuries.
Wow, I had no idea. I've always thought it was some exotic, rare plant.
I guess it's not as rare as you might think.
They continue to chat about the origin of echium and other topics as they enjoy their meal.
You know, I've always admired you, Superintendent Chalmers.
Seymour, I had no idea.
I've always looked up to you. You're...
Seymour, what is this abomination you've served me?
This is an echium.
My apologies, Superintendent. It's a regional dialect, you see. This is Ficus platypoda, also known as echium.
I've never heard of such nonsense. This is not echium, it's a tree.
Well, it's a rare variety, I assure you. It's quite delicious, I promise.
Delicious. This is a joke. I came here for echium, not some imposter.
Please, Superintendent, give it a try. I've gone to great lengths to get this for you.
Oh, I'm sure it was a real struggle to steal a tree from the backyard.
I didn't steal it, I bought it fair and square.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Because my appetite is too high.
You win, Superintendent. I'll make a proper echium for you tomorrow.
Stop hammer time. It's hammer time. Seymour, there's a fire in the kitchen?
Oh, it's just a sasquatch, Chalmers. Don't worry about it. Well, it must have wandered in. I was trying to cook it for dinner.
Yeah, Sasquatch for dinner. That doesn't make any sense, Seymour.
I can explain, but you have to trust me. Now, can we please focus on putting out this fire?
Can't touch this. Can't touch this, because the fire is too high.
Stop hammer time, it's hammer time.
They work together to put out the fire, their romantic tension growing as they work side by side.
Ah, Superintendent Chalmers. I hope you enjoyed the meal.
To be honest, Seymour, I'm still not convinced that was echium.
Oh, it was, I assure you. It's just a rare variety, that's all.
Rare variety indeed. I'm gonna need proof next time.
Of course, Superintendent. I'll make sure to provide it.
As Chalmers turns to leave, he notices the smoke coming from Skinner's house.
Seymour, is everything all right at your house?
Oh, it's just a sasquatch, Chalmers. Don't worry about it.
A Sasquatch in your house? That doesn't sound right, Seymour.
I can explain, but you have to trust me. Now, can we please focus on your dinner?
Can't touch this. Can't touch this, because my doubts are too high.
Stop hammer time. It's hammer time.
All right, Seymour. I'll let it go for now. The next time, I want echium.
I promise, Superintendent. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, Seymour. Take care of that Sasquatch.
Chalmers exits, leaving Skinner alone with his burning house.